What's going on, YouTube? This is Jim Afanis, and today I want to talk to you guys about Xbox One backward compatibility. It is no surprise that Xbox 360 games will soon be playable on the Xbox One later this week. I know a lot of people are excited about it. I am cautiously optimistic about it. I still do own my Xbox 360, so if I really wanted to go back and play one of my old 360 titles, I could right now. So I don't really need this. But I understand some people traded in their Xbox 360, or a lot of people own certain arcade or digital games that are, tied to their big Xbox cloud account, if you want to think of it that way, that they like to transfer it over. Or maybe now this is the opportunity for people to free up some clutter in their entertainment center and say, you know what, I really don't need my 360 anymore. I can finally get rid of it. So it does have some cool pros to it. Be forewarned, though, the games aren't going to look that great. The old titles do, some of them did not age very well. Some of them still look okay. But, you get spoiled in the 60 frames a second, the 1080p, the 900p world. And when you go back to some of those older titles, they just don't have that oomph. And as they always hear the old expression, the rose-colored glasses, nostalgia is a powerful drug. I think many people will initially be excited and say, yes! And then go back and put in an old game and say, ugh, I want to go play the new stuff again. That's kind of why you upgrade to consoles, isn't it? I think so. Anyways, this is exciting news for Xbox One, the Xbox One community, and it's a great way to stick the barb in the heart of PlayStation users, and I am both now, and say, you know what? We have something you don't. To those people, I like to remind you, the Wii U has been doing this since launch, and if you're a member of the PC Master Race, which my hat also can be rotated, and I could be a member of that right now and tell you guys, I've been playing games from years ago, modding them and still playing them, so this isn't that new of a thing to me. And again, that's why I'm not super excited about it, because it's old news to me. However, it is kind of exciting it's coming out. But there are a couple of caveats with it, and it's something that I think is worth mentioning. The first is the overall list. Now, this is actually kind of funny to me because if you go back and look at the old banner, the banner reads, play Xbox 360 games on your Xbox One, and it has a long list of games in front of it. The original advertisement shows Halo Reach front and center, right next to Mass Effect, right next to Perfect Dark Zero. Fast forward to today's message, and that has been replaced with Gears of War 3. And the reason they did that is Halo, surprisingly, is not one of the 104, I believe, launch title games that are coming out when this patch launches later this week. Which to me is a little odd. Why wouldn't you have your first party games ready to go? Why? Why would you not have that? Now, am I burning to play Halo Reach? No. Do I need to play it right now? No. But the fact that it's not even listed is a little bit odd. In addition, maybe because of the Master Chief Collection, none of the Halo games are available to play outside of Halo Spartan Assault. A little weird to me. There are some other gaps in the list, and I'm not going to pick on them. The one that was actually disappointing to me was that while the original Mass Effect is now going to be offered on this compatibility list, Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 did not make the cut. Now, they did say that this is just the beginning, and I'm sure I am one of many voices right now lashing back at this system. And they did say that there are more updates coming very soon in the next couple weeks, so maybe in a week or two, this video, at least this segment of this video, discussing the gaps in the compatibility list might be OBE. But for right now, it's not. I think that's a big whoopsie on Microsoft's part, and I don't know. The fact that they've allowed me to play Backgammon, Hearts, Spades, Just Cause 2, and let me pick another random one. NBA Jam on Fire Edition over Halo games. It blows my mind, okay? It blows my mind. Whatever. Strike one. The other odd thing is Microsoft announced that Kinect support will not work either. So apparently any USB peripheral will not be supported. The reason to this is that they say Microsoft has actually emulated the entire Xbox 360 software into the Xbox One and make it backward compatible, but all USB ports are off limits. That means things like simulated console. The simulated console cannot access things like external peripherals, storage, or the Kinect. I'm assuming steering wheels may fall into this category as well. Again, I would think that most people by now have transitioned over and don't care. I can't imagine the people who play the original Kinectimals or Dance Central are like, damn you, I really wanted to play on my 360. You can't do it. Sorry. Is that a big deal? Probably not. It's just the way it was implemented. But again, they don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about the great, shiny, new, wonderful things you can do, like Monkey Island 2 Special Edition or Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Yeah. I appreciate it. As an Xbox One owner, again, and back into the Xbox community, I think that's exciting. It definitely created a lot of buzz when it was announced earlier in the year, and I hear a lot of people talking about it now. So good on you, Xbox. I hope it helps out with your sales. I hope it brings people to the console because it is a great experience. I'm more excited about all the other peripheral updates that are coming with the backward compatibility patch. The new UI, which I'm dying for. I hate the original Xbox. Not the original, the version I have. Whatever the UI is called now, as of November 9th, that UI is atrocious. Sorry, I do not like it. I'm more excited about the UI changes. I'm more excited about getting more out of the system. I want a smoother experience. I want it to be as good as what I see on the PlayStation 4. And I know that there's hardware limitations. Outside of the 2 gig of RAM, I'm not really sure what else is different. But like I said, the console war is over. Xbox lost. So what? But it still can be a great experience, and it still is a great experience. But I would almost prefer that they spent this development dollar on making the core experience better and trimming the fat than they were on getting us backward compatibility, which I think a small percentage of people care about. Now, they are doing something cool where they have a list where you can vote on, like, what do you want to see next. And I'm hoping that they start pulling from that list frequently. It's no exception that Red Dead Redemption is one of the top games on that list, and unfortunately did not make it into this backward compatibility patch. That's something that I think a lot of people would like to see. How about another Red Dead Redemption? Or another Red Dead series? Let's give up Redemption. Let's go on to Red Dead 4 or 5 or whatever the hell number we are now. How about that? So that's just my thoughts on the Xbox One. Like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm not entirely sure how great it's going to run. I know obviously you're going to enjoy the benefit of a better output. So you may see a slightly smoother anti-aliasing, the jaggies as it were, maybe a little smoother around character models, but I don't expect major gains. In general, software emulation is far, far inferior to hardware. And I'm afraid that it's not going to look as good as we want it to. You couple that with the older graphics, you couple that with the older resolutions that were available at the time, and I think if not implemented well, you could have a big problem on your hands. Now, I haven't really seen a lot of people who are in the program talk about that too much. The press has been very quiet on it, but as I'm going to do a video here a little bit later talking about Fallout 4, the press cannot always be trusted. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. But hey, we will all find out for ourselves later this week. And expect a video from me talking about my experience with that, because I'm very curious to go back and see how easy it is and see how many old arcade games that I have that somehow maybe port over that'll let me, replay some of those games that I enjoyed. Primarily, Castle Crashers is one of my absolute favorite games. I'm looking forward to playing that again, and I was looking to see if Spelunky made the cut, and unfortunately Spelunky didn't make the cut, but that's okay. I got it for PlayStation 4, and I'm a happy camper there. So, anyways, that's my thoughts on Xbox One backward compatibility. Thank you guys for watching. Please do me a favor. Comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what you think. What games are missing from this list? What functionality are you hopeful for in the future? As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.